In a climate of faith and hope, on July the 4th, in the courtyard of the Sisters of Saint Joseph Monastery in Isfiya, 2 anniversaries were celebrated: 15 years since the founding of the Marian Movement and 44 years since the apparitions of Medjugorje. The founder, Sharbel Maroun, originally from this village, created the movement when he was just 20 years old. My visit to Medjugorje in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where the prolonged apparitions of the Virgin take place, deeply touched my heart. I never imagined that 15 years later I would find such a rebirth within the movement. Today, many young people knock at our door, eager to join a Christian prayer group that lives the gospel here in the Holy Land. The Eucharistic celebration was presided over by the Patriarchal Vicar, His Excellency Monsignor William Shomali, in the presence of numerous bishops, priests and a crowd of faithful. The message of the Virgin Mary is the same as that of her Son. She teaches us the very same things. In every apparition she reminds us, if you do not convert, you will all perish. In his homily, the Patriarchal Vicar highlighted, St. Matthew was a young man, just over 20, searching for his future, convinced that money was the key to success. For this reason, he chose to become a tax collector, a figure at the time associated with injustice, greed and the exploitation of the poor. Yet Jesus looked at him, loved him, and chose him. This call teaches us that God's criteria are not those of men. Jesus recognizes in him an inner restlessness and the desire for a true life. In the same way, he sees in each of us the potential to become saints. During the Mass, 7 new members joined the movement, eager to become disciples of Christ and witnesses of his gospel in a world that often denies its values. If you are looking for a living, committed Christian community and you're afraid of feeling alone, come here. You will be welcomed by a house and a monastery called the House of Divine Mercy, and by a community called the Marian Movement. In a time when, in many Christian communities, more and more young people are marrying later, in the Marian Movement, exactly the opposite is happening. In the Marian Movement, there are 16 couples of young people who got married within the community, generally about 3 years after joining. I met the one who is now my wife when she joined the movement during the gatherings. I never imagined that a love story could be born between us.
I feel that prayer unites us deeply. We pray the rosary together almost every day, and on Sundays we go to church. Now we are expecting a baby, and we will accompany him on his journey of faith.
Prayer is as essential as breathing, which is why we tell young people to pray. It is not an imposition, but an invitation for their own good. In the Marian Movement, young people rediscover themselves and bring the Christian message into society under the protection of the Virgin Mary, Mother of the Church. Jeris Yarjura is a member of the movement and is currently engaged. In the Marian Movement, we have achieved the goal of forming a holy family, receiving precious guidance on how to build it, despite the difficulties and challenges of daily life. At the end of the celebration, the statue of the Virgin was welcomed with hymns, songs and applause.